YouTube, what is good with y'all, man? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're gonna take another trip down memory lane. So last week we dropped what were my favorite cards this entire year, and this video kind of coincides with that. We'll basically be going over what my favorite programs were, my most memorable programs. Now this isn't going to be like a set sort of number, but we're just going to go over these today. And what I want you guys to do in the comment section, let me know what were your favorite programs. And again, it doesn't matter how many. You can, explain however way you would like to do it. Explain it, let me know. I definitely want to see if some of you guys either agree with me or disagree. I mean, let's have a healthy debate and conversation about it. But of course, before we get into anything, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe as we're on the road to 4,000 subscribers, man. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into what my favorite programs of Madden 25 were. So starting off here with the first program that I want to kind of talk about is going to be the alumni crossover. Now, if you weren't playing at the time, you had to have been playing pretty much at the very beginning when the game came out. So I'm kind of going to explain what it is. It basically meant if you did certain challenges in college football Ultimate Team or Cut, you could then earn cards from that mode that ported over to Madden Ultimate Team. You also got cards in that mode as well. But this was a super awesome idea just because, a lot of times people were playing Cut to get to MUT. And I hope they kind of do the same thing this year. That's why I wanted to kind of mention it. Now, the one downside to this is that they actually did get glitched. That's why you guys are seeing so many versions of these cards. We originally were only supposed to get 80, 82s, and 85s. But it actually ended up being glitched to the point where people were not getting their cards. Hopefully they fix that if they do it again this year. But we got 88 overall versions, and honestly, we got these too late too. So again, where there's negativity, there's praise. But all in all, I do think this is a great concept, and I hope they kind of do it next year, just without all the glitches. Now, that was at the very beginning of the game, and honestly, there really were not any promos or programs where I just felt like they just did amazing, right? But they kicked it up a notch when it came to the Christmas promo. Now, Most Feared really was underwhelming, and we didn't even get a harvest program. That's terrible. We definitely need a harvest program for next year. But when they came out with Zero Chill was, I think there was a big shift in the meta. There was a big shift in the way the game plays, and I'm not talking about the Zero Chill field. I am talking about the actual promo itself, right? So much good content came out with this, man. There were so many great cards. Halfback Michael Vick. We had wide receiver Tom Brady. Tight end Taysom Hill was good. This Micah Parsons was actually very good as well. We had Tyreek Hill. We also had a user Tyreek Hill. There was a bunch of out of position cards. Again, we kind of talked about it. Baker Mayfield, just to name a few of the great cards that did come out during this promo. And again, they dropped a lot of content with this promo, right? So we'll talk about all of it. Honestly, they came out with stocking stuffers. This was awesome because this helped with theme teams. It helped some cards, some players that normally don't get cards, or players that didn't have high overall cards at the time. Basically allowed you to have, a free 87 for all the teams. But if you got the upgrade token, I believe these cards went to either 92 or 93 overall. And they also help boost your team with certain stats as well. And the cards were actually really, really solid. Like I was running, I believe, like Ravens and I don't remember I think maybe Tampa Bay. So there was like a Zion McCullum and then this Zay Flowers right here. Really, really solid promo right there. Talking about the next thing, they had Merry Mix-Up, which was the out of position cards. Right-handed Michael Vick, that pretty much inspired, the current right-handed Michael Vick. Please fix lefties, EA. We also had this Haloti Nada. That's how you say his last name, Nada. I've been saying his name wrong this whole time. Haloti Nada, cornerback, very great card. Again, this is one of the reasons why I was running Raven theme team at the time. We had right outside linebacker, I basically was using him as my user, Gronk. Wide receiver, Trent Scott. Dontari Poe, one of the best running backs at the time. There were a lot of great cards that came out. We also had the Randy Moss. So many good cards that came out of that. And then we also had Ghosts of Mutt. These Ghosts of Mutt cards were really good. We had some out of position cards like Derrick Henry. Cooper DeJean was very good. We had this running back William Perry. Super great cards. Javon Curse was also there. We had a wide receiver, Dion. Again, great cards as well. Then on Christmas Day, we got our present players, and these present players were also very good. Josh Allen was very good. I just don't like the fact that he overthrows. If you can get past the fact that he overthrows, he was really good. This Calvin Johnson was really good. This George Kittle was really good. And then at the time too, I forgot to mention, they also had the 0 AP abilities, which kind of gave us a glimpse towards in-game Madden, but I truly think it was actually pretty fun, at least in my opinion at the time. I thought it was like really fun. A good way to, again, ironically mix it up in how it was doing. And then we also had the David Njoku and then the Montez Sweat that was boosting 0 chill cards +1. So there was just so much going on. This RG3 was so good. Anthony Barr was so good. We had this, again, middle linebacker Tyreek Hill was really good. Derwin James. We had out of position DK Metcalf. Again, a lot of great cards. And then we also had the Ghost present players. Jimmy Graham as a user. We had there was a Sean Taylor that we got for free. We got this Jonathan Ogden at quarterback. Obviously, he wasn't that good, but Julius Peppers was really good at cornerback as well. Just a great promo. I think this is one of the greatest 0 chills promos of all time. Obviously, there's other ones and there's a lot of nostalgia tied to it, but from a content standpoint, I think this is probably one of the best 0 chills that has ever dropped in Madden. Call me crazy, and I think this is one of the best promos all year. Now, we went through a little bit of a dry spell again, but it wasn't nearly as long as the other ones. We got the Super Bowl promo. The Super Bowl promo was also very fire. I'm kind of biased because I did pull Saquon and Cooper DeJean. Go check out the short on the channel, man. We dropped a short talking or showing you guys the pack that I had right there. But these cards got certain, like if they completed certain objectives in the Super Bowl, which was why the Eagles theme team was so good at the time. Eagles theme team got a lot of boosts from this because this Cooper DeJean, he went crazy in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts got an MVP card. Oren Burks, Devontae Smith had this baked on double me, same sort of thing. But there was also this George Karlaftis, he was really good. Chris Jones was really good. This Travis Kelce was really good. Jalen Watson was really good. Really solid promo. And I hope they, can continue in Madden 26 to have a good enough Super Bowl promo as well to be as memorable as this one. Okay, so for the next month, we got NFL Combine. So they started to pick it up with content after 0 chill, in my opinion. But I think this is also one of the best promos that came out this year because of how many cards were in lineups for so long. A lot of these cards were boosting speed. We had Quentin Nelson boosting, I believe it was power on the offensive line. Vernon Davis up speed. This Cordell Patterson was really good. Even the cards that didn't necessarily boost speed, if they boosted something else, they were still really good. This Dontari Poe was good. They also had the light up X Factors. I was not really the biggest fan of that, but it is what it is. John Ross boosted speed. Isaiah Simmons boosted speed. I think Daniil Hunter, I think it was Barno that boosted it. But Daniil Hunter and Barno were in my lineup for so long. So was this Isaiah Simmons. So was this John Ross. And then there was also, like I said, Barno, and then there was Patrick Peterson and Jalen Ramsey. All those cards were in my lineup for at least a month and a half, potentially 2 months. There was also a Dontari Poe quarterback. He was in my lineup for like 2-3 months. It was crazy. I'm telling you, this promo was generational. Generational might be crazy, but y'all get what I'm saying. That promo was really good. I also really like this All-Star Athletes promo. I know a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, I hate the out of position cards. I think it started to make the game a lot more fun. And this was truly before everything just started hit the wall with the way we're playing Madden now. With all the X factors and everything like that. This is probably the last, like I would say, I wouldn't even say balance, but this is the last one before the scale just fully tipped in fantasy land. You feel me? Derrick Henry was amazing. We got Anthony Edwards as a surprise player. Yes, the basketball player Anthony Edwards. There was also a theme team to boost your players +2 hype. honestly +3 height. And it's crazy because some of them are still in my lineup today. It does help that, you know, Julio Jones has it as well. But like, for example, I have a Falcons team. Cornerback Tony Gonzalez is still in my lineup playing today, and he dropped in March. It is now June. So make of that what you will. Really, really solid promo and just a great concept as well. I hope they bring this back for next year. And the last promo that we're going to be talking about, a promo that dropped pretty recently, is the Theme Team Surge. I think they absolutely killed it with this promo. I think this is a great idea, and they should continue to execute it like this in in-game Madden for years to come, because every single card got at least 3 cards, and they are all good because their abilities are amazing. 2 passive X factors, a whole bunch of 0 AP abilities. It just helps theme teams get better. And you know, I really like theme teams. I really like the concept of it. I like being able to run your favorite team's players or even your favorite players. So continue to do this, man. These cards were really solid. I really don't like the LTDs, but I mean, that's probably the fact that they're like 3 million coins. I mean, I get it. EA has to make it. They have to make their money. But overall, solid promo. We got a ton of great cards. Like, I know DK Metcalf is probably still in some people's lineups. JC Latham, I still seeing people's lineups. Just a lot of the Theme Team Surge cards can still play, honestly, till endgame, and they're very, very cheap. We also got house rules as well, and I think that's something to also kind of mention. I think the fact that they continue to come out with those limited time events was also a great idea, and I absolutely love that about this game this year, because it was a great way to make coins, gave people to grind, some things to grind. Just overall fantastic. Now, my boys, that is going to wrap it up today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If I forgot something, or you know what I'm saying, you guys had a favorite, you know, promo that I didn't mention, definitely let me know that down in the comment section, man. I definitely want to know what you guys' favorite promos were, what your favorite programs were. Definitely let me know that down in the comment section. But my boys, if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and we'll catch y'all in the next video, my boys. Peace.